Welcome to Majesty's House of Music. Now, this is going to be a lesson on what we call talk music. So, for those who have no idea what talking music is it's just what you play. Maybe let's say when people are praying, when the preacher is trying to conclude the service, something of that sort. When you are playing alone as the keyboardist, when you are not necessarily playing with a full band. So that's when you play this kind of talk music. You don't have to be so complex. It's just something simple. Um, and yeah, that's what you do during a service. Maybe when during announcements, depends. Sometimes you could just groove with the band during announcements, but sometimes you just play talk music when the preacher is about to end the sermon, or maybe you are even backing the preacher up without necessarily playing some heavy organ chords, and yeah. So that's what talk music is all about. So I'll just demonstrate with an example. I have layered around 4 voices. I've layered 2 electric pianos and a grand piano and some pads. Okay, so if you can, if your keyboard cannot layer 4 voices, just layer 2. That's a grand piano and a pad voice, or something like a what? Let's say an electric piano and a pad voice. So just make sure there are pads in there, or strings if you like strings. So I'll just demonstrate something of this sort. So I'll be playing this talk music in the key of C. So I'll start from beginner as we advance. So one idea you can use to play this talk music is just to use harmonies. For example, if you take the C major scale, you have something. You have something. So that's the C major scale. Now play the same scale but starting from E. Okay? Starting from the third. So you have, okay? It's the same C major scale but starting from E. Now play both of them. Okay, and back. So but you cannot be doing that during a service, okay? You cannot just be playing that. You will look weird. That's not even talk music. It's just theory behind it, okay? So let's say you play a 3-4-5 progression. This is what you do. Look at what I do. Okay, that's just a 3-4 progression. So you see what I did there? It's like I played this, but what did I do? Or maybe that's exactly what I played. The harmonies, you see, that E and G, F and A. But I did not just play it like this. If I played like that, I would totally sound like someone who doesn't know what he's doing. Okay? So this is what I did. This is what I did. I filled it up with chords that helped me cover up the notes. So instead of just playing, I did this. Sarah, you see? So let me show you the notes. You have E, C, G on your left hand. Okay? E, C, and G. Then you have G, C, D, and G. So you have like a C suspended 2 chord extended. So G, C, D, and G. Then here you have E, C, and G. So that's your 3. Then you have your 4. So your 4 chord, you have F, D, and E. It's basically repeating the same thing. Then here you have F, D, E. So you have A, D, E, and A. So you have A, D, E, and A on your right hand. So the 3 chord to the 4 chord. So if you play that, you sound a little bit more professional than playing this. Okay, that really doesn't. It really doesn't work. So you could play the whole thing downwards, just using those harmonies, or upwards. Okay, you don't have to make it complex. So let me give you chords. Let's say for the 1, you could use a C chord for the 1, but make sure you use this inversion that ends on the E. So you could have something like that, G, C, E. Then you could have just a 1 chord on your right. So okay, and I'm playing a C and E on my left hand. If you can't do that, just play C and C. If you can't play the C and the E, okay? So then to the 2. You see the 2 chord? So I'm playing a D, A sharp or B flat, and a C on my left hand. D, A sharp, C, D, B flat, and C, really. So you have F, B flat, C, and F. That's my 2 chord, okay? So you have your 1 chord. It's a normal C chord. Or maybe if you want to make things a little bit fancy, you could play this chord. So you could play C and B on your left hand. Then here you could have E, A, B, and E. Okay? E, A, B, and E on your right hand. So that's your C. Then to your D. So you have D, B flat, and C. And then on your right hand you have F, B flat, C, and F. Then to the 3 chord I just showed you. Okay? So you have E, C, D on your left hand. Then you have G, C, D, and G on your right hand. I've just showed you that at the beginning. Then you have your 4 chord. You have F, D, E on your left hand. Then you have A, D, E, A on your right hand. Then to your 5. Okay? So you have, basically what I'm doing now, I'm playing, instead of playing this 5 chord, which is D, C, and G, I'm dropping this to the 4th, so that I make it a 7 chord. I make it a B diminished chord over the G. So you could play this if you cannot extend, that is G, D, and G on your left hand, or you could take it to A. So you have G, D, G, and A. Okay? And for those who can really extend, you could have G, D, A, and B. So you could have such a chord, okay? That's your left hand. Then here you just have a D, F, and B on your right hand. So that's your 5 chord. You hear how it sounds? So that's your 5 chord. Then your 6 chord looks something like this. So you have F, oh, not F, you have A, F, and G on your left hand. So you have F, A, and G. Then here you have C, F, G, and C on your right hand. So you have A, F, G, then you have C, F, G, C. So, okay. Then to your 7, it's basically the same thing. You just move every note up by a tone. So you have G, B, G, A. So you have B, G, A. Then you have D, G, A, D. Okay. Then back to your C, which we played down here. So C, B, then E, A, B, and E. You could even add this A note, so you could have C, A, B, but you would prefer to add that if you are playing up here, so that you have C, A, B, then you have E, A, B, E. Okay. If you are playing down here, just play the C and the B, so that you have. If you are playing up here, you could do now. Okay. So let's review our chords. So you have your 1, your 2, your 3, to your 4, to your 5, to your 6, to your 7, to your 1. Or I said you could also play a straight C chord. You could play a straight C chord instead of, you could either play that or just a straight C chord. So those are the 7 chords. Now, what you need to do is just to get creative, okay? Get creative. So let's say you move in between these numbers. So maybe say 1, 3, 4, 3. Let's say you want to do that. So you have your 1, 3, 4, 3, 1, 7, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. Then let's say you go to the 4. 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 3, 6. So you see what I'm doing? I'm just moving in between those numbers. So this really calls for your creativity, because this is not something that is defined. It's not something that is defined. It's not something that you can say you will have to play it in this exact way or in the other way. No. So this is not something that is defined. It is something that involves your creativity. Okay. So basically, when you have those 7 chords, you have this 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7, and the 1. So when you have such things, you move in between the numbers. Okay. So you just play your mind. Okay. Okay. Six, 7, 1, 2. You could even move along the scale. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, 7, 1. So that's basically the beginner part of it. So you see what I'm basically using is suspended chords. These ones. I'm using suspended 2 chords. Mostly. Except at the 5 chord. That's where I'm using a G9th chord. But the 4, for the 4, You see this? That's a D sus2. That's a C sus2. That's an A sharp sus2. That's an A sus2. You see? 7. That's a G sus2. F sus2. Okay? So I'm using suspended 2 chords. That sounds better than using major chords. You see? I cannot play talk music like that. You see, I cannot be playing this. There is no way I will play talk music like that, because it requires you to sound a little bit sophisticated. So try to play those suspended 2 chords. You see, that even already, that in itself sounds better than this. Okay, you see that? That sounds much better than. So for talk music, you will have to get away from those major chords. It's not bad to play them. I'm not saying it's bad. They are not bad. They are good. But for talk music, just try to stay away from them, okay? So okay, try to use this suspended 2 chords, okay? So that's the basic beginner part of it. Now, the other thing you could do, you could play a song. Okay, so let's say you play It Is Well With My Soul. You could still use these harmonies. See that? So maybe you play that hymn, it is well, it is well. So then use the harmonies. So that's the 6, the same chords, 6, 1, 7. It's the same chords that I taught you in the beginning. So 6, 1, 7, 7, 2, 1. Okay, 7 to the 2 to the 1. Then 1, 3, 4. 4, 6. 7. So for that I used B, G, A. Then I used a G chord on my right. Then to the 1. So then so you could finish it like that. So C, A on your left hand, then you have F, G, C on your right hand. Then back to your normal 1 chord, okay? So that's the second level of it. So make sure you follow this whole thing from the very first point we started from. That's how you'll get the change in progressions. Because now I'm using harmonies, so you see that's exactly what we were doing in the previous section on those chords, the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7 to the 1. So you will basically be using those chords. So the second level of it is that you can decide to play a song, but try not to really follow the melody of the song all the time, because you don't want it to be too obvious. Because if I play this thing, you see, if I keep on playing that all the time, then the people will absolutely notice what I'm doing. And the aim of rock music is that they are not supposed to know where you are headed to. Okay? So try to create your own melody lines. Don't just follow the melody of the song the whole time. Okay? So maybe you could follow it at some points and then divert. So like, see what I did there? I just played the song, but I didn't follow the melody the whole time. Okay? Change your speeds. Okay? So that's the second level. Play a song. The third level, now you don't have to play the major scale all the time. Now insert, make it chromatic. Okay? So you could have a flat 2, let's say. And if you can notice properly, this is what I gave you for the one chord, the C, A, B on my left hand. So what I'll just do, I'll just move the C to the C sharp, maintain everything else, including my right hand chord. So my one chord and my sharp 1 chord is the same thing. Okay? So my 2 chord and my sharp 2 chord, if you want to add it, is the same thing. Okay, it's the same thing. Then my 3 chord, then to my 4 chord. If you notice, my 4 chord and my sharp 4 chord or flat 5 chord is the same thing. So I'll just move this F up to the F sharp. You see that? Then I'll have my 5 chord. I played my 5 chord this way. So if maybe I wanted to make it a sharp 5, this is what I'd do. So I'd play something like G sharp, E and F sharp on my left hand. Then I'd play a B, E, F sharp, and B. So you have your 5. Then to your sharp 5. Then to your 6. You could even make it flat 7. So my 6 chord and my flat 7 chord are the same thing. Then to my 7 chord and back to my 1. Okay? So if you decide to insert those chromatic numbers, it's okay. So maybe now you will play more advanced if you have the chromatic numbers. Let's say you have your 1, 2. Instead of going to the 4, let me go to the sharp 4. You see? Then back to the 3. Then instead of going to the 1, I could go to the sharp 1. See, I'm just playing around with the same chords. So I'm just playing around with the same chords. So the 1 chord is the sharp 1 chord, the 2 chord is the sharp 2 chord, the 4 chord is the sharp 4 chord. It's the same thing. Where we have a kind of a change is the sharp 5 chord, because it doesn't take the alignment of the 5 chord. Then the 6 chord is the same as the sharp 6 chord. Then the 7 chord and the 1 chord. So that's the third level. Then the fourth level is simple. Now where you insert a little movements into I'll just show you this very quick. So you have your 1. So that was your 1 chord. You could do this. See what I did there? You move this A back to the G sharp, then to the A. So it sounds better if I play it higher. Okay, on both sides. Maintain the rest. Do the same for the 2 chord. See what I did there? I moved from the A sharp to the B. So then to the B to the C, B to the C, then C sharp to the D. You see those little movements? Same thing for the flat 5. Okay, maintain the same chords. 5, I don't think you're going to do anything on the 5. For the 6, from the E to the F, then to the 7, from the F sharp to the G, on both hands, back to the 1. So you see, if I use those, but don't use them everywhere, just use them at specific points. Let's say you do this. You see, I used it at the 3 then. See that? So basically those are the 4 levels. First level, as I told you, move away from those major chords. Move away from those major chords, make them suspended so that you have something off. And I gave you the 7 chords, from the 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 4 to the 5 to the 6 to the 7 to the 1. Okay, so that's step 1. Step 2, you could play a song, but make sure you don't follow the melody of the song everywhere, and still using those same chords. So I could be playing a song. Number 1, once you play out of those suspended chords, now make your own decision how to move in between those scale numbers. Number 3, add a little bit of chromatic so you don't play major all the time. So so you could add a bit of chromatic. Then the last step, add those movements. So then 4, then 5, 6, 7, 1, flat 5, flat 2. So those are the 4 steps. So starting from very basic to a little bit kind of advanced. There are other ways you could play talk music which are actually more advanced, but for this we are doing just the beginner and the intermediate. So make sure you go through each of those 4 levels. So you have 4 levels. You get away from those major chords, use suspended chords, play a song. Number 2. Number 3, you could add now those chromatic numbers, use the chromatic scale basically. And number 4, just make sure you add those little movements in between there. So that's it for this lesson, talk music. I hope this is going to be helpful. So that's it for this lesson. I'll see you in the next one.